anticipated match of the day around these parts as well. Here at Domo Polideportivo in Guatemala, where the host nation take the court for the first time against Mexico in Group A. Happy to have you with us this evening. I'm Joe Malfa. We've already seen some great action today in Groups A and B. In Group A, we saw a 4-goal victory for Panama over Cuba. It was, from start to finish, a thorough performance for Panama in the 6-2 victory that currently has them atop Group A. Earlier, we also saw a 3-2 win for Costa Rica over Canada and a 7-0 win for the United States over Honduras. Now here between Guatemala and Mexico, we wrap play on the opening day of group action in this tournament. Yesterday, we saw a dramatic start in the preliminary play-in between Honduras and Nicaragua. And now finally, we get to hear this environment with the host fans involved. Guatemala have a rich history, futsal-wise, on the men's side in this tournament historically. Now in the first ever edition of the women's tournament, can they extend that same sort of success in the hopes of making it to the inaugural edition of the FIFA Women's Futsal World Cup later this year in the Philippines? That's taking place in November. The 2 finalists of this tournament will make it. Players are set to take the court. We'll have anthems, lineups, and kick momentarily. emotion from the players and hear it from the crowd. What this means here as the host nation in this tournament, playing their first match in Group A. Guatemala hosting Mexico. Meet the starting lineups momentarily here. The crowd that has been just waiting patiently to blow the roof off this place and really show the love, show the passion for this sport, for this nation. It's a hostile environment, no doubt, for Mexico coming in. As we meet the starting lineup for Guatemala, Catherine Aroche in goal, Andrea Cajon, Alison Chavez, Grecia Santizo, Jocelyn Cinto round out the starting group for Jose Gonzalez, the head coach. As many of you know in this sport, and those of you who are new to futsal, substitutions happen on the fly, and they happen quite often. So just because there's substitutes doesn't mean they won't be factoring in some capacity. Grecia Santizo, the captain, will venture out now for the coin toss. After the teams pose for their group photos. Referees are led by Geraldine Araya Chavez of Costa Rica, with Kimberly Valverde, Ande Leon rounding out the crew. Diego Suarez is the timekeeper. Natalia Cano is the captain for Mexico. Waiting for the coin toss once she breaks the opening huddle. In the meantime, impassioned final instructions from the Guatemalan coaching staff. Crowd is already well into it. All it will take is one goal for Guatemala to really set this place off. We've seen 2 handy results already. United States by 7 over Honduras. Panama by 4 over Cuba. One closer game, that was Costa Rica 3-2 over Canada. Where does this one fall on the spectrum? We'll find out. And a look at the lineup for Mexico. Natalia Cano, the captain in goal. Mariana Gonzalez, Chanich Benitez, Rosa Aguilar, and Ruby Carrera. The starting group for Mexico. Aldo Naposo, the head coach in charge. Guatemala in the white from left to right. Mexico in the black from right to left. 4th and final match of the day. And this crowd is ready for it. For the first time getting to watch the host nation take part in the inaugural edition of the Concacaf W Futsal Championship. And away we go. Give it away at midfield. Early chance here for Mexico. Oh, that's one way to quiet this crowd. Off the giveaway, 14 seconds in. Rosa Aguilar puts Mexico ahead. Perhaps just some jitters and the excitement for Guatemala. Possessing the opening kickoff, giving it away, seeing that concession. Mexico stake to this early lead. See how that impacts the flow of play. Played ahead for Guatemala. First real build here for Mexico. Gonzalez. Long out of play. Long toss out from the keeper. Crowd sensing maybe something here. Trying to get the attack going, Guatemala. Quick attack here, brewing again for Mexico, Benitez. Almost an opportunity here for Guatemala. It's cleared. And Natalia Cano. Dangerous moment at the back for Mexico. You see the signals from the bench there. Just settle down, relax, relax. One goal lead early on. Aldo DePozo, the head coach, giving the instructions. Some contact there. Guatemala wanted a free kick play on instead. Laid off. Chance here. Save made. And then again, on the back defensively, Ruby Gomez got in the way of it. It still might have trickled in if not for the defender getting involved. Chance for Guatemala to open their slate in this tournament. Anticipation building from this crowd every time they get a chance to go forward. Just looking for that moment, for that goal to celebrate. This crowd was ready for an early goal, but it came from the wrong team. Can Guatemala get it back? Played to the back post and touched out wide for a corner. Oh, excuse me, the referee missed that one. Oh, no doubt about it that Natalia Cano touched that one wide, out for a corner. From the angle, the referee could not tell. Mexico catches a break. Give it away by Cano off the long toss. The kick in. Cruz. Castañeda. Taken by Guatemala the other way. Could be a 2v1. Played inside. Touched around by Santizo. Rolled behind. Blocked on the shot. Nifty play from Santizo. Given away at the back by Mexico. Played through. Oh, heavy touch. Wide open on the opposite side was Jocelyn Cinto. Controlled by Mexico. Try from distance. Touched over the bar. Itzel Cruz is in the vicinity. Kenya Castañeda made a difference since coming on off the bench as well for Mexico. Corner coming. Ariadna Dorantes delivers. Gets it right back. Quick play. Stays with Mexico. Castañeda all the way back. Cano. Crowd booing every time it's played back to the goalkeeper. They might be booing a lot tonight. That's a very common play for a possession-based team in this sport. This crowd just wants to see Guatemala on the ball, wants to see Guatemala getting the opportunities. They don't want to see it played around the back for Mexico. Understandably so. Oh, an infraction, unforced error on the kick-in. Toward midfield. Lopez couldn't go anywhere with it, gave it away. Goalkeeper out, Aroche. Fortunate to get back. Defense recovers as well. infraction from Mexico. It's 2 in 3 minutes on the kick-ins. Guatemala working it through the middle, deflected, and it does go out of play. This crowd still waiting for that first goal for Guatemala to celebrate. Another infraction on the kick-in for Mexico. That's 3 already. Something that needs to be addressed, no doubt. At some point, Guatemala will be able to capitalize, you'd think. Crowd willing them on. From the kick-in, and it's an infraction against Guatemala. Both these teams in the early going with some misfires. Gonzalez. Back to the keeper, Cano. Out at midfield, Cano goes for goal. Bounce that ahead. Guatemala looking for something through Catalan. All the way back. Touch forward toward Catalan, intercepted by Mexico. Cano bounces ahead. Contact there, free kick for Mexico. First foul committed from either team so far. Bad spot for Erica Soto to have a go at goal. She does, and it's in. Powers it through. Aroche got a piece of it. Aroche upset with the way her wall was set up, or lack thereof. Erica Soto takes advantage, and it's 2-0 Mexico in 4 minutes and 6 seconds, silencing this crowd to a degree. What these fans had in mind. Neither did the players wearing white. How do they respond? Foul called against Guatemala. Score on the last free kick. Hernandez stands over this one with Soto. will it be? Do they have some sort of routine worked out here to create a better angle and a better chance at goal? Two in the wall for Guatemala. A lot of traffic in front. Hernandez leaves it for Soto. Blocked at the post. Defender was standing on the post and got in the way of it, helping out the goalkeeper. Still Guatemala searching for answers attacking-wise. The goals conceded, you can live with them. There was off a mistake in the opening moments with the jitters all about still for Guatemala, and then a free kick. That was well struck by Soto. Haven't been any breakdowns from Guatemala defensively, not yet. Can't say that Mexico is just playing through them with ease by any stretch. They have a 2-goal lead. Back out to midfield. Mexico building again. Down the wing, the effort there from Gomez. Kicking for Mexico. Given away, Guatemala off the post. Miscue from Mexico. Guatemala almost taking advantage through Gracia Santizo. That gets the crowd back into it off the post. Not the result they were hoping for. Bit of misfortune that it didn't carry them off the post and in. Now played through. Something there. Oh, squandered. Played through Gomez. Oh, a bit of fortune from Mexico and squeaked through two defenders on the long ball ahead. Ruby Gomez makes it count. 3-0. Cano just sent it ahead, hopefully. Oh, two defenders there for Guatemala. Falls for Gomez. Great volley taken as well. Give it away. Gomez again, poking it through. It's just wide. Guatemala might be due for a timeout here just to regroup a little bit. Corner for Mexico. Shanique Benitez gets it in play. Gomez. Foul against Guatemala. It's their third. Gomez. Gomez chips it through. Gomez from the corner goes all the way back to the keeper, Cano. Doesn't come off for Mexico the way they were hoping. Give it away again. Almost hurting Guatemala. Can they do something here? Oh, set up nicely, shot for a handball, and now given. A yellow card as well. Not sure if the official thought that it was intentional from Mariana Gonzalez or for the argument thereafter. If it's for what was deemed an intentional handball, that'd be a little bit harsh. For that reaction, maybe, but even that would be harsh. Either way, yellow. Is this the moment for Guatemala on the free kick? No. Rocket into the crowd. Good movement here for Mexico, looking for another save on Aguilar by Aroche. Just doing such a good job of moving the ball quickly, efficiently. Sure, they've had some miscues where they've played it out of bounds, but they do a good job of winning it right back and continuing on. Rolled ahead, cleared by the keeper Aroche. From distance, saved. Almost halfway through this first half, Mexico up by 3. Guatemala looking to respond. Tomorrow we mix and match the opponents again. Mexico will take on Cuba. Panama takes on Guatemala in Group A. Group B will see Canada, Honduras, United States, Costa Rica. Top 2 in each group make the semifinals. The 2 winners of the semifinals qualify for the World Cup. And then, of course, we play for a champion on Sunday. That there, I believe, was the 4th foul called against Guatemala. So they're down by 3. They're up against it in terms of possibly conceding a kick from the second penalty mark. And now another free kick coming. Castañeda lays it off. Nice fire by Itzel Cruz. Back to Cano. Cano drives it. I think we've seen Mexico more so than any other team so far utilize its keeper in possession as we go through this first pass-through games today and learn a little bit about every nation involved in this first ever tournament. Good pressure from Guatemala, making life more difficult for Mexico. Good movement from Mexico. We're looking inside for Ramos. The other way, it's led by Lopez. Foul against Guatemala. Is that a fifth? Believe that's the fifth against Guatemala. And a kick from the second penalty mark coming for Mexico. And the next one, pardon me, will be the free kick for Mexico. I was one ahead of the pace, my apologies. Now the 5 placed on the table. That warning that the next one against Guatemala will be a kick from the second penalty mark for Mexico. And that's really, really early in the half to be up against it already. 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Guatemala not allowed to commit another foul, otherwise it sets up Mexico already with a 3-goal lead with a kick from the second penalty mark. Halfway through this first half, Mexico 3, Guatemala nothing. Another chance for Mexico to make it 4, touched around the keeper, oh, saved by the defender working back, Sandro Lopez. Maybe some hustle play like that sparks Guatemala now. Injured player off the side of the field here to stop to things for the moment. Deflected on the kick in. Nothing working right now for Mexico on the kick-ins, but just about everything else is from the open run of play. Really enjoying some success. Now again from the open run of play, save made by Aroche. The more the ball is in play and they're possessing it and moving it quickly and freely, the more it's boding well for Mexico. Remember, Guatemala can't be physical as much as they'd like to anymore either. And the next foul is a kick from the second penalty mark for Mexico. And a chance to make it 4. Almost given away by Cano. Net is empty, she's trying to retreat. Mexico just in total control of the ball in the open play. Giveaway out of the back here against Guatemala. Player being stretchered off. Difficult to see. Saw it a moment ago as she was down off to the side being tended to after an awkward spill. Pulling ahead, it's Aguiar. Great movement with the ball from Mexico. Aguiar pulling it to her left. And Guatemala find an answer in this first half. Santizo to her left. Numbers here for Mexico, 3v1 to the right. Aguiar, save made by Aroche. Starting to get more pace and rhythm and open play to this game. Shahan. Forced backwards. Mexico picks it up. Aguiar plays it through, wants it back. Was calling for it, still is. Gonzalez. Aguiar slips it through on the turn, saved by Aroche. Still looking for that opener. Try from distance is blocked. Deflected. Given away. Chance for Guatemala in transition. You can hear the anticipation growing in the crowd with every opportunity that looks like that. Horn sounds. Timeout called by Guatemala. It almost feels overdue. They really haven't settled things down after they were on the wrong side of an early goal about 15 seconds in. Into the huddles here for Guatemala. You hear the coach, Jose Gonzalez, reminding them that they are already up against it with 5 fouls, can't concede another, telling them not to go in with their arms, just go in with their feet, be careful not to be late on challenges. It's a good timeout by the coach to just remind everybody of where they sit. Down 3-0, can ill afford here late in this half to give up another. As daunting as 3-0 looks and feels, in this sport, things change quickly. There just is a different aura about being down 4 goals. That feels a bridge too far, and this game is teetering here, especially with it hanging in the balance of possibly conceding a penalty or kick from the second penalty mark, rather. Have to be super careful right now, Guatemala. While they're looking for a goal, can't press too hard. Maybe something here through Gomez, Tylee Gomez. Looking for some space, lost it. Mexico gets it back in play. Gomez intercepts for Mexico. Gomez slips it through. Missed entirely by Ariadna Dorantes. For Gomez, under 5 to go in this half. Cano clears, not taking any chances in goal. Distance here. Almost troubling Aroche. Just not finding anything right now in terms of the possession. Guatemala squandering, looking long, not coming away with anything in these moments. Crowd again trying to will them on. Gomez to the middle, harmlessly through in the end. Over the top, able to link up again. Guatemala, what is the answer? Is it a restart like this where they capitalize? Going for goal over the bar. Natalia Cano rolls it ahead. Cross-court pass. Effort on a back heel ends up in the hands of Cano. Cano throws it ahead. A fourth for Mexico would almost feel like a dagger. Guatemala with a goal would feel right back in it. This one teetering right now at 3-0. A fourth for Mexico, and it feels as good as done. A goal for Guatemala, and it feels like they might be able to rattle off a couple, build that momentum, get this crowd into it. Guatemala just not finding any easy roads through. Across midfield, anything in the attacking half, any chances they're finding are coming, playing long at the moment. And miscues from Mexico. So good in the defensive shape here, Mexico. So tightly marked, no room to maneuver. And they're just selling out for all those passes, baiting Guatemala into some of these tight passes and then lunging in, knocking it away. Taking control. Free kick coming for Guatemala. In a good spot. Quickly, almost trying to catch Mexico by surprise. From the corner. Driven in, gathered by the keeper, Cano. Long toss out from Cano, and it's saved by Aroche. Save made. Out ahead, chance for Shajon. Mexico looking for more. Sent the length of the pitch into the hands of Cano. Free kick for Guatemala. Worked inside. Patience from Santizo, the captain, dispossessed. Oh, is that another foul? It is. That is exactly what head coach Jose Gonzalez was warning his players about in the timeout huddle moments ago. Being aware that they were sitting at the foul limit and not to concede what would be a kick from the second penalty mark for Mexico, up 3-0 with a chance to make it 4 now. And Mexico take advantage. It'll be Rosa Aguiar to take it. Catherine Aroche trying to make herself big and make a big stop. Fourth for Mexico would feel like a backbreaker here before halftime. It's Aguiar pulling it wide. A break for Guatemala. Can they capitalize with a goal of their own in the final 2:27 of this half? Long throw out ahead. Cutting in field, Mexico looking for another, and they find it. Shaking off the miss from moments ago, Rosa Aguiar finds her second of the night, and Mexico leads by 4. Just when they thought they had a chance maybe to capitalize on the fortune of the missed kick by Mexico moments ago, Guatemala again stunned as they were 15 seconds into the match when they conceded the first goal. Cutting in field now, Santizo blocked. Even at 4-0, even if it turns out to be a loss when all's said and done, this crowd just wants something to cheer about. This crowd just wants a goal. They've been waiting and waiting. Played through for Santizo. Couldn't quite link up. Out ahead for Dorantes. Slipped through, Aguiar with 2 goals already, back post tapped in. Brilliant ball play through by Aguiar, an easy finish for Evelyn Gonzalez. And Mexico is in total control now. Putting a damper on this night here in Guatemala for this home team in front of the home crowd. Mexico showcasing they may be one of the teams to beat in this tournament. Now if you're Guatemala, you just have to make sure this is it. And you don't slump the shoulders and allow another one in the final minute before half. 20 seconds. A moment of a spark here for Guatemala before halftime. No, it's blocked by Hernandez. Cross court. Gomez lays it back. Santizo lost it. One last try maybe for Mexico on the spin. Cleared away. And the horn will sound. Mexico dominant, up 5-0 in this first half. A raucous crowd serenading this home team. They were silenced early, and Mexico continued to pour it on. 5-0 they lead at the break. Players making their way back out onto the court, set to begin half number 2. Mexico a commanding 5-0 lead over Guatemala here in the final match of the day. The first full day of competition here in the 2025 Concacaf W Futsal Championship. So the preliminary matchup yesterday, the play-in game between Honduras and Nicaragua. A dramatic finish that was. Honduras ultimately took it 6-5 in extra time. Today, we began group play. That Honduras side fell 7-0 in their opener against the U.S. in Group B. Meanwhile, Costa Rica won 3-2 over Canada in Group B. And then here in Group A, Panama set the tone with a 6-2 win over Cuba. And now, it's Guatemalan side on their home court, down 5-0 against Mexico at the half. Guatemala making the change in goal here to begin this second half. Tani Davila takes her spot in the net. Cheers from the crowd, trying to will this Guatemalan side back on. Spark something early in this second half, down 5-0. They go right to left in the white, Mexico left to right in their red and black. And we're underway in half number 2, final half of the day, here on the first full day of group play, the 2025 Concacaf W Futsal Championship. 4 more matches to come tomorrow, and the next day, we will take Friday off. That's the off day in the tournament. Saturday, the semifinals. Sunday, the final. Guatemala looking for that first goal, touched over the bar by Cano. Guatemala finds something here in this second half. From the corner, pulled wide. Just takes one to get this crowd into it. And then maybe the momentum builds. Played out toward midfield. Touched in field, save made, rebound, put home! Finally, the breakthrough. Brilliant to start the second half for Guatemala. Andrea Chahon gets the crowd into it. Can that spark more and snowball into something else? Looking for more. Chavez plays it back. Santizo. Played through, wide open here for Mexico, heavy touch. The return ball was there for Benitez. Player down for Guatemala. Presents a break in the action here. They got the early goal they were looking for to build momentum. Try to claw back into this. Benitez is all alone, taken away by Guatemala. Coach imploring them to move quickly up the field. Really go for it. Good battle beginning this second half for Guatemala. They needed it. Down the way they were. Sets up a free kick for Gracia Santizo. Getting this to 5-2 would drastically change the tone. They got the first, can they find the second? Yes, Santizo on the free kick. Game on. So well done through the traffic by Santizo, the captain. Now Mexico are the ones who have to respond and not allow this to spiral out of control the other way. We've already seen one big comeback here in this tournament. Came yesterday in the play-in game. At one point, Honduras was up 3-1 on Nicaragua. 4 unanswered goals from Nicaragua made it 5-3. And Honduras ended up winning 6-5 in extra time. Urgency from Guatemala, maybe some complacency from Mexico. Trying to find their way back into the rhythm. It's El Cruz. Cruz puts it back into play. Over the top, Cruz. Work through, chance to add another. Great play by the goalkeeper, Cano. Player injured for Guatemala. The captain, Gracia Santizo, being helped off the field to an ovation from the crowd. Awkward slide. Two unanswered goals for Guatemala. Can they add more? Here's Catalan, up ahead, Dominguez. Played in by Lopez. Back where it started. Lopez trying to play cross field, intercepted. Coming the other way, it's Dorantes. Chance for Mexico, looking back for Dorantes. The player slipped and hit her head. That's why the referee stopped it immediately. Scary moment as Karen Hernandez fell and hit her head after she slipped on the court. Well, a free kick was actually given to Mexico, pardon me. I thought the referee deemed it incidental. The player just slipped. Didn't seem like much contact there, but free kick is granted. Can Mexico take advantage? No. Guatemala racing out the other way. Play to Barrios, cutting in. Barrios lays it off, going for goal, and defender Paulina Cruz gets in the way. 4 minutes gone in this second half. Back for Dorantes. Mexico has restored some control, some level of it at least, for the possession of the flow after those two quick goals by Guatemala. Very patient. Maybe the most patient side we've seen on the ball so far in this tournament through the first day, Mexico. Slip through. Contact there. Shoved down Nelly Ramos. Mexico on a free kick. It's stolen by Guatemala. Catalan. Intercepted again by Barrios. With support, Barrios deflected, spinning wide. Quick from the corner, feeding it in front. Working it through for Mexico. On the other end, it's Gonzalez with one goal already. She's nudged down. Free kick for Mexico. Tough angle at the end line. Soto out of play. Flicked on centrally, almost into the path. Another opportunity for Guatemala. Holding strong defensively so far in this second half, in a way they didn't quite do so in the first. Cross-court pass. They give it away. Still in play, wide open. It's Gonzalez, save made. Connie Davila, her first big stop of the second half since coming on. Save made again by Davila. Both teams taking this as a moment to talk things over. While Santizo is being helped off again. Remember, she went down with what looked to be an ankle injury a little while ago after the goal that she scored Now that leg heavily wrapped, and she needs help. Trying to walk off on her own power. Much different in this second half, Guatemala defensively. Question is, can they capitalize on more of the opportunities as they pop up while limiting Mexico? That's the big question, while limiting Mexico. It's one thing to get those first 2 goals back when you're down 5-0, but you know Mexico is going to have a response of their own. It's been now about 5 minutes since those goals came for Guatemala. Chavez drops it back, played through on the turn, looking for a shot to get off, but Dominguez couldn't find it, and a foul committed. Mexico ahead on the free kick, drop back to midfield. They're trying to set their possession again, but it's out of play. Played through, deflected, shout for handball from Guatemala. It seemed like they had a good argument. Doesn't go their way. Now Mexico down the other end. Dorantes. Gonzalez. Back again for Castañeda. On the touch save made by Davila. Good touch outside by Dorantes to set up that shot. Worked around the edge for Rubio. Goals so far have come from Aguiar, 2 for Mexico, Gomez with 1, Gonzalez and Soto each with 1. Santizo and Chahon have the goals for Guatemala. 5 in the first half for Mexico, 2 in the second half for Guatemala. Chipped up over the top and out of play. Looking long, Guatemala. Then they find some support in the attack again for Chahon. Rather for Gomez, excuse me. Played in front, ball still loose. Mexico comes away with it. Needless trip from Guatemala. That's how you unnecessarily tick up toward that foul limit and set your opponent up with a kick in the second penalty mark. Tempers flaring back behind the plate. It would be Gomez for Mexico and the goalkeeper Tony Davila for Guatemala. Out wide for Mexico, played through. Oh, Gomez almost with the last laugh after that spat. Just out of her reach. Played along for Higi, and now up to Garazado. Kept alive by Guatemala. Push wide, out for a corner. From the corner, blocked. Mexico looking for something down the wing. Great tackle put in. Good ball work from Mexico. Working back defensively, Gomez. Halfway through this second half. Mexico yet to score in this second half. 2 goals for Guatemala in this second half. It's how we got to our 5-2 scoreline for now. Nice build this. Working through, and it's off the ad board. Under 10 to play. Mexico trying to just hold on and see this through. Crowd has been lulled to sleep a bit after they roared to life to begin this second half. Maybe here they come again with the Guate chance. Nice move down the right side. Mexico again finding a way through. There it is. It's been building, and Itzel Cruz makes it 6-2 for Mexico. They weathered that storm early second half from Guatemala. They've wrestled control back over the last 5-6 minutes. been a matter of time, and finally it comes for Mexico. That might take some of the wind out of the sails now for Guatemala, unless they can respond immediately. Give it away. Here's Mexico. And they turn that sixth into more in rapid succession. Have they taken full momentum and control back? Cruz, cross court, gets it back. Flicked along. Davila out to defend. In goal for Guatemala. Mexico really, again, just asserting control on the ball. Such great interplay and movement off the ball. Eight to play. Mexico looking for more. Heavy touch lost by Benitez. Guatemala and Mexico now. I think it's safe to say Mexico is taking the 3 points. But your focus is now goal differential. If you're Mexico, could you tack on another goal or two? If you're Guatemala, can you cut into it a bit? It was the same 6-2 scoreline, actually, in the other match today in Group A, Panama over Cuba. You can see identical scorelines produced here on this opening day of Group Play in Group A. Not the case in Group B. 7-0 for the U.S. over Honduras, and then 3-2 for Costa Rica over Canada. Try from distance here. Will Mexico start trying to be more patient with the ball and bleeding out the clock, or will they continue looking for another goal? Looking for something here. Head through. Guatemala going for goal. Cano makes the stop. Contact there, but clearly won by Gomez in the eyes of the officials. Here they go again, Mexico. Blocked away. Working through, brought down, cleanly won again by Guatemala. 2v1. Chance for Guatemala. Well defended by Mariana Gonzalez. Worked out wide. Chance brewing again for Mexico. Given away. Chance here to slam the door shut, pulled wide. Rosa Aguiar was looking for a hat trick. Cano been really good in possession, in goal for Mexico. Work through, looking for a lucky number 7 here, Mexico. Gonzalez, give and go. Gonzalez lays it off. And in front, Gonzalez, still with it, persistent, and in. Terrific combination play for Mexico. Yields a 7th goal, and they're back up by 5. Now Guatemala had their goals from the beginning of this half fully erased, and they've interestingly pulled the goalkeeper. They get an extra attacker out there. You can't fault them for trying, especially in front of this home crowd, but you also can't help but wonder the calculus of it all. The goal differential could play such a role here. Is it worth it, down 5, to risk, with an empty net, conceding another? 4.5 minutes only to play. The chances of mounting a full comeback astronomical. And the risk reward here just almost doesn't feel like it weighs out the way you'd like if you're Guatemala, but they persist nonetheless. Jose Gonzalez going for it, flying the goalkeeper. Extra attacker out there. Cano has it. Cano goes for goal, the length of the court, and out of play. Cano again will have a go at goal. This one more on target, off the post. Oh, goodness. How did that not go in? Fortunate for Guatemala. Alive still by Excelencinto. Crowd trying to will her on. To the end line, work back, all the way out to midfield. Ball still empty at the other end. Crowd trying to implore Guatemala to go for it and find another. Just not easy right now. Everybody collapsing back defensively for Mexico. Still looking for something. Under 3 minutes to play. Down 5 goals. To the end line, fed in front. To the end line again. Save made. Open net still. Gomez had it blocked. The end line saved by Cano. Blocked. Mexico still looking for an effort at the empty net to really sweeten the deal. 2 minutes to play. Seconds to go. Guatemala, they've controlled possession ever since they've held on, or rather put that extra goalkeeper out, or player out there instead of the goalkeeper, pardon me. But they haven't done much with it. Holding possession, but what can they do? At some point, right now, again, the risk of conceding another, you're not going to score, plain and simple, 5 goals in 1 minute and 12 seconds. That's the reality of it. Is it worth risking losing another goal off your goal differential in what could be a tight group here? Perhaps a component is trying to just give these fans one more thing to cheer here and build momentum into the next game. The goalkeeper's out there again, though, now. Tony Davila. Try from distance, deflected and saved out for a corner. See if they keep Davila in or bring the extra attacker on again. And they will bring on the extra attacker again. Under a minute to play. End line, bodies in front. "35 seconds, cross court. 5-goal lead for Mexico. Empty net, sent that way, rolling off the post. Oh goodness, second time that they've gone the distance of the court and hit the post on the empty net. Remember that if by some stretch Mexico ends up missing out on the semifinal by 1 goal in goal differential. And vice versa, if Guatemala make it by 1 goal in the goal differential, perhaps in second place. Remember those 2 moments. Long distance, empty net, both hit the post, both bounced out. Five seconds, shot blocked. That should do it. 2 seconds, 7-2, Mexico leads. One last chance to cut into it for Guatemala. Deflected, horn will sound. Mexico had a 5-0 lead at halftime, withstood an early couple of goals in the second half from Guatemala, restored their 5-goal lead, and that's how it would finish at 7-2. A great way to start play in Group A for Mexico. The hosts, Guatemala, they have to recover tomorrow when they bounce back and take on Panama. A 7-2 thorough showing for Mexico in the group opener. Look back at the full-time highlights from Mexico's 7-2 victory over Guatemala. On a night where Guatemala, in front of their home crowd, were eager to get out here and put on a show, it was Mexico instead who put on the show, and only 15 seconds in. That's all it took for Rosa Aguiar to open the scoring, shocking this crowd, stunning them into silence. And it didn't take long thereafter for a second to follow on a direct free kick from Erica Soto. Just powers it through. Goalkeeper gets a piece of it off her thigh and in. Starting goalkeeper Catherine Aroche made some big saves in that first half, despite the 5-0 scoreline. Could not keep out that free kick, nor this volley from Ruby Gomez. Gomez would make it 3-0 here. And in the first 10 minutes, it was all Mexico. Before half, they would add another to Rosa Aguiar, her second of the half. Aguiar electric in this one for Mexico. And they weren't done yet. It was Aguiar supplying to the backside for Evelyn Gonzalez. 5-0 lead they took into the break. The question for Guatemala, could they respond? The answer was yes. In the opening couple of minutes of the second half, they scored not once but twice. Off the corner, rebound loose in front, put in by Andrea Shajon. And then a little while later, saw Mexico score a free kick in the first half. Guatemala would get and score a direct free kick of their own through the captain, Grecia Santizo. Unfortunately, these two goals scored in the first few minutes of this second half, the only goals that Guatemala would muster before Mexico took back control. They score here, restoring a 4-goal lead on the finish from Itzel Cruz. And then another loose ball in front after a great bit of interplay. Mariana Gonzalez would tap it home. The 5-goal lead they had at halftime was a different score line by the end, but it was a 5-goal deficit in the end. Could have been more. Had twice hit the post when the net was empty. The ball somehow stayed out on both occasions. Here's the other. The length of the field ends up going out. Horn sounds. Mexico wins at 7-2. That does it for the first full day of action here in the 2025 Concacaf W Futsal Championship. It started yesterday with Honduras beating Nicaragua in the play-in game. And at the end of the day, here in Group A, we have Mexico leading things. A 7-2 win over Guatemala. Panama with a 6-2 win over Cuba. This is how Group A looks at the end of today. Tomorrow, it'll be Mexico, Cuba, and Panama, Guatemala. Make sure you're with us the rest of the week for action here in the 2025 Concacaf W Futsal Championship. First of its kind, all these nations fighting for a spot in the 2025 FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup later this year in the Philippines. And that does it for the first full day of group play here in the Concacaf W Futsal Championship. Good night, everybody.
How do you do?